So back in 2017, I visited Thailand, um, Phuket in particular, and my plan was to train for 2 months at Tiger Muay Thai, and just do jiu-jitsu and live the lifestyle, live on the beach, and you know, drink some beers and have a good time. So um, there's a particular story that I've told a few people, but I find hilarious, that I remember. Um, when we were there was like, I mean, this was when Tiger was at the height of its popularity, really. There were lots of travelers, lots of MMA fighters, lots of even UFC fighters coming through and training. And it's there the same time as some of these Russian guys, some of which are now in the UFC. And you know, just training every day, and I was sticking to the jiu-jitsu classes. These guys are there for MMA and kickboxing and everything. And I distinctly remember there was this visiting Australian guy who was like a blue belt. Um, I distinctly remember him being a three-stripe blue belt, and he was very proud of that fact. Um, Granted, I was only a blue belt at the time, and I was just doing like the gi and no gi classes at Tiger every day, like morning, lunch, evening. Um, but this guy in particular was a little bit up himself. Loved to brag about his six-figure accounting job in Australia, and how mean he was at jiu-jitsu as a three-stripe blue belt. And one day we had like the no-gi session, morning no-gi session, and these Russian dudes come to the no-gi session, and they kind of cruised around together. I guess they were all staying at the same accommodation and whatever the case is, and he's like, all four of them rock up to the class, and they like kind of case the class out. They don't really participate in this, the drilling or whatever, but they arrive in time for sparring. And so like we get to sparring, and there's like four of them, and one of the smaller ones like hops on the mat, and the first guy he grabs is this Aussie guy, and just fucking mollywops this poor Aussie guy, like literally like body lock suplexes into the wall, and fucking just absolutely annihilating this poor guy until he's like fetal position on the ground. And you can tell the Russian guy's like looking over to his mates on the side, like, like this is a bit funny, like this is quite good, easy day. And then I proceeded to watch like all the others then in a sequence all roll with the same dude, and just each one was just trying to like dunk on this dude harder than the last guy. And this dude did not have a good morning. And I don't think he ever came back after that. I think he just spent the rest of his break probably training somewhere else. But I remember feeling quite like, oh shit, okay, these dudes are here to like fuck you up if they can. So that kind of stuck with me. And sure enough, the very next day in that same nogi morning session, these guys rolled up and did the same thing. But this time, to me, and I was like, oh fuck, okay, so like I'm the blue belt victim today. And first dude starts rolling with me. I'm like playing some guard, and he starts to like get a little bit bored, couldn't really pass the guard, and then starts to like throw punches and like elbows from the top. Like first he's like doing it playingly, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool, that's yeah, I'm dead, but it's a jiu-jitsu class, cool, bro. And then like he's getting a little bit pissed off, like the rounds, like I've swept them and things. A little bit later on, he throws one of these elbows and actually connects and like flips me across the face. And I was like, oh, okay, so we can do this then. So I swept him, went to mount, and then just like went whoa, like, and like touched his face with the strike, and he was like, oh fuck, and I could tell, like, it doesn't really sell you anything, but I could tell he was probably a little bit pissed off by that. But what I noticed is that then the next three, like, were not his mates. Like, I didn't get the Russian guy's next, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't really think about it much at the time, but like, I'm not about to be bullied on the mat. Like, even as a blue belt, like, I kind of understood that you weren't about to have a train of dudes run on you. Like, don't be a bitch. So it was kind of just like, okay, well, if he wants tough, then we can do tough. It's okay. I just thought we had like a pretty civil conversation in the roll about it, like he showed me, I showed him. Okay, cool, civil. Anyway, so training ends, have some lunch, and then I'm driving back to my accommodation down the Soy. Like, Tiger Muay Thai is on this one road which is called the Soy, and so I'm just like driving down that on my scooter quite slowly, just like enjoying the sun and things. And walking along the side of the road, I see our Russian friends walking away from me, but they hear the scooter, so they look so that they can kind of move over so that you don't hit them. And they see that it's me, and they all go, oh, this guy, fuck, like, they've seen me. I'm gonna get stepped out here for sure. Like, these dudes are definitely gonna give me a hiding now. And sure enough, they, like, instead of stepping off the road, they step out in front of the scooter that I'm on, and I'm like, oh fuck, like, I'm not a fighter, bro. Like, I do jiu-jitsu. Like, these dudes are gonna fuck me up right now. So, I slow down. I'm not about to go around them. Like, it's just, okay, I deserve this. I'm gonna take what's coming. So, I stop the scooter, and I'm like, oh, hey, like, give them the old nod. And for a minute, they just all standing there, like, super staunch, and suddenly they just go, hey, what's up, bro? Like, yeah. And I was like, they, like, think I'm their mate. Like, what did I do to deserve this? I mean, I just realized maybe it's a cultural thing in particular, but, like, it's certainly something that I've seen on the mats, is that, like, you're gonna get more respect from, like, standing up for yourself and not being a dick and not losing your temper, but showing them that you're tough, and showing a person where your limit is, rather than just getting stomped on. So I don't know, after that we went and got, like, some lunch, went and drank some, like, coconuts and stuff, and they were all good, like, real civil, and we had really, really good rounds for, like, the rest of the month that they were there and I was there. So yeah, I don't know, just a real profound memory I've got of my time there, and yeah, quite a funny story, really.